Welcome to Jessica J. Create, where I create and share with the hopes of inspiring and connecting with you. This video will be a bit different as November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. Martika J. Makes, an incredible woman and sewist who manages her own diabetes, is hosting a challenge for the sewing community to create a blue item in the month of November with the intention of spreading awareness of this disease. The color blue is the international symbol for diabetes awareness. Martika wanted us to find an inspiration image to base our project around. I started by searching my stash for blue fabric, as it has been my intention this year to sew from my own overflowing stash. With vibrant royal blue faux suede fabric in hand, I knew it needed to be a tailored piece. I had either a suit jacket, skirt, vest, or jacket in mind. To find my inspiration, I gathered images on Pinterest that inspired me and found that I gravitated toward a blue coat, particularly this blue coat. Produced by Shotof, the Kiki coat has an exaggerated collar, front patch pockets, and wide waist belt. Outside of the vibrant color that is almost identical to my fabric, the details that attracted me to the design were the exaggerated patch pockets and dramatic lapel. As I stared at the design, it reminded me of a pattern I had believed to be in my stash, Butterick 6720. The pattern had a similar silhouette, the large front patch pockets, and while not notched, it did have a large collar that extended from the front pattern piece. I decided that within this pattern, view C, the longest option, will be the closest to the inspiration, and began to gather needed fabric and notions. I was surprised at the fact that the pattern only called for about 3 7/8 yards of fusible interfacing and one pair of half-inch shoulder pads for view C. In my stash, I had 1-inch shoulder pads, which would work just fine. While I knew what the primary fabric would be, I was not certain on the lining. One element that the original Kiki coat had, which I loved, was the floral print fabric used as lining. Since I was on a roll with not needing to purchase anything for this project, I decided to check my stash for a floral lining that may coordinate well with my primary fabric. I was pleasantly surprised to find a black satin with a smoke and ash colored floral design. This fabric was purchased from an estate sale about 2 years ago and completely forgotten about. At this point, I was really excited and ready to get sewing. Diabetes is a chronic health condition that fundamentally changes how the body processes glucose. When someone has diabetes, their body either doesn't make enough insulin, known as type 1, or can't effectively use the insulin it produces, known as type 2. This leads to elevated blood sugar levels, which, if left unmanaged, can cause serious health complications. This disease affects over 800 million people worldwide. It can lead to complications affecting the heart, kidneys, eyes, and nerves if not properly managed. Despite its challenges, modern medicine, technology, and lifestyle modifications have made it possible for people with diabetes to lead full, active lives. Understanding diabetes is crucial, not only for those affected, but also for their family and communities, as support and awareness play vital roles in managing this condition effectively. Sewing up the pattern was an absolute dream. The fabric was soft, buoyant, and lush in my hands. The pattern was extremely straightforward, only calling for 9 pattern pieces. The collar extends from the center front piece, making it fairly easy to construct, and the lack of buttonholes or other notions meant the finishing was also done quickly. With quick and easy projects, I take the opportunity to test my new skills or perfect less used ones. That was the case with this design. I decided to challenge myself, follow the provided instructions for finishing the hem. Typically, I would sew the lining and body fabric together on the machine, leaving an opening in the side seam lining to turn everything back out and hand sewing that opening close. The instructions called for you to hem the outer fabric by hand and create French tacks between the lining and garment seams to secure the lining. I practiced the vertical hemming stitch, hand sewing from Sewing Resource Complete Guide to Sewing by Reader's Digest for the outer fabric. It added time to the design, but when completed, looked professional and I was proud to have tried something new. When everything was completed, I decided to add top stitching details to the belt for added interest. Then it was ready. I completed a closet clean out not too long ago and am limited on what I still have. So, with styling ideas provided by my Pinterest board, I took a trip to the thrift store for pieces that would complement my design. I did not find the bright purple or orange blazer I wanted or any funky slip skirts, but I am happy with what I did find and look forward to adding pieces into my wardrobe that work with this jacket. I adore this jacket, not only because of its design, but because of the meaning behind it. My father's battle with type 2 diabetes has also shaped my understanding of this condition. As a young girl, watching him navigate daily blood sugar monitoring, medication schedules, and dietary restrictions has shown me the resilience required to manage diabetes. His experience taught me how lifestyle choices can impact diabetes, as his commitment to regular exercise and healthy eating has helped him maintain better control of his condition. Through his journey, I've learned the importance of preventative care and early intervention, as well as how family support can make a significant difference in managing diabetes effectively. This personal connection makes participating in diabetes awareness initiatives, like this sewing challenge, particularly meaningful to me. Thank you, Martika, for giving me an opportunity to use my art in such an impactful way.